Blackstone Publishing presents A Poisoned Life. Florence Chandler Maybrick, the first American woman sentenced to death in England. By Richard J. Hutto. This book is read by Ralph Lister. In all my troubles, I have had one friend only, my mother. She beggared herself to defend me when I was arrested, and she never lost faith in my innocence. When the shadow of a scaffold was over my head, and it seemed certain that I should go to a shameful death, it was my mother who worked until the last minute and wrung a respite from the authorities for her unhappy child. While others who called themselves friends cast stones at me, my mother was the true Christian who had nothing but love and pity for the sinner. Florence Chandler Maybrick. Preface. A great deal has been written about the death of James Maybrick and the subsequent murder trial of his young and beautiful American wife, Florence Chandler Maybrick, who was sentenced to hang by her neck until dead, the first American-born woman to be sentenced to die in England. Almost universally, calumnies have been heaped upon the head of her mother, Carolina, the Baroness Adolf von Broch. Gossip about her was repeated as fact, and the Baroness was portrayed as a latter-day Lucretia Borgia, supposedly having murdered her first two husbands, then serving as a model for her own daughter, who would follow in her mother's footsteps. One newspaper reporter in her hometown of Mobile, Alabama, would brand the Maybrick murder as like mother, like daughter, offering the bad seed argument that Florence inherited her mother's tainted genes. Even the most recent book about the case, relying upon the same faulty sources written years after the events, refers to the Baroness as a woman with a history, by all accounts portly, loud, a flirt, unreliable and, relatively speaking, poor. And despite her European title, her unconventionality could be counted on to work against her imprisoned daughter. Tellingly, there is no source listed for that statement. The inconvenient fact is that not one written word made such a claim of the Baroness's alleged treachery until her daughter's arrest for murder. Supposedly, friends and family members then came forward to accuse her of having murdered her first two husbands, insisting there had been whispered rumors of it at the time. The contemporaneous records, however, do not support such accusations.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?